we're racing the all-new Circuit of the Americas layout that NASCAR will be taking on this weekend, and we are racing as Connor Zilich for Trackhouse Racing in the number 87 Red Bull Camaro, making his Cup Series debut as he already appears to be one of the favorites this weekend. The future superstar is going to be on this car this weekend as we get ready to roll here from Circuit of the Americas, led by Austin Cindric and William Byron for 14 laps here, as this brand new configuration has a very interesting twist that you're going to notice in real life that's a bit different from what we see here in this video as we get underway. So here we are on iRacing AI as I'm about to make a big move up the inside of Chase Elliott, maybe get to Daniel Suarez and Kyle Busch as well. Corey LaJoie stomping on the brake pedal. One difference here is the iRacing version is 95% identical to the Cup Series layout that will be used this weekend. However, the Cup Series layout will be instead using a little bit of, as you're going to see, we're going to turn here, but the Cup Series is going to go right a little bit further and go into an extremely sharp hairpin that will then continue on to this little straight line and then come back onto this long straightaway. So it is a tad bit different through that section right there, but outside of that it is pretty well accurate now, as we are all over the back of Carson Hocevar. So basically it's just really shortening up the racetrack is the whole idea behind this brand new layout here from COTA. Of course, a very long lap time, about 2.5 minutes to get around here in a Cup Series car. Now it's about minute 40 at least from my experience in iRacing, as I personally have no problem knocking the 77 out of the way. So we get him up and out of the way just like he does to other drivers, as we look to the inside now of Corey LaJoie for Rick Ware Racing. But my concern with making this video as I was racing, and I was not having too much of an issue myself at overtaking, but I definitely have been able to kind of get an idea of that. I think it's going to be really difficult to pass in real life this weekend. It's already, of course, been a step down in the next-gen era with road course racing. It is really taking a step back from the Generation 6 era, and passing difficulty has always been an issue. Now as we go for a slide, saving it through the S's, we'll take a bit of a penalty there, slow down that we have to do, but we're going to be okay. But yeah, it's a really just... it's a low-speed short track they've turned Circuit of the Americas into. This road course really goes against, you know, a typical NASCAR road course, it feels like. Of course, there is other tracks with S's such as Sonoma Raceway, but it's just a little bit different here from COTA, of course. Now, as you can see, Kyle Busch, Ryan Blaney scrapping it out, but yeah, it's really been transitioned to a very slow-speed road course, and the only time you're really getting up to speed is on that front straightaway, and you only get a fourth gear here in the sim, and then you're already going back down the gears and heavy on the brake pedal. So I really think that it's going to be hard to pass, and you're really going to as well, though, because of how short it is and the way this track is. You know, you don't have a lot of time to get up to speed. You might see a lot of guys grouped together and really have to rely on getting aggressive and physical to get past one another. And I kind of hope we do see drivers get physical this weekend if passing is difficult. As we go 3 wide down this front stretch towards turn 1, that's Kyle Busch, Cody Ware as well, as we're already done lap 2, starting lap 3 of 14. And here we are as Connor Zilich continuing to work our way forward. We started 29th, so just inside the top 30. We are now inside the top 20 as we are all over the back here now of Zane Smith. But overall, you know, I have a few concerns with this configuration, but I kind of like the change because of the simple fact that it's shorter. I think NASCAR road courses really, for the standard, the track was a bit too lengthy, and yeah, definitely like what we got now, and it cuts it down by nearly a full minute in lap time, and overall I think it's just a good change. And overall, it's still fun to drive, as every road course in a next-gen car is a blast to wheel this car around as we overshoot the left-hander. Here comes Zane Smith to go for a bit of a thank you very much for making that slip up. I'll take my position back that I just had, and we're going to continue wheel to wheel here now with that 38, but we'll clear him and say thank you very much for 19th position. So next up, it's Michael McDowell, who currently runs in 18th. I expect to see him run a lot better in real life this weekend. Of course, McDowell, great on the road tracks, and brand new team for him this season at Spire. Definitely expect some good things when it comes to these types of tracks for him in that 71 as we continue to reel him in. So this is replacing history rewritten. There was really not much history to rewrite from Circuit of the Americas. Maybe could have done an Alex Bowman 2022 when he was robbed of victory there, but really just wanted to kind of do this new layout of this circuit here. And as we continue to make laps, we come to lap 6 and we're continuing to find speed. Now I did want to test one thing. What are restarts going to be like on this racetrack and this new layout? And so there will be a caution coming to about the halfway point of this 14 lap race, so that's going to be just at the end of lap 7. So I didn't do stages. I just wanted a simple halfway caution, stack them back up, and we'll go green with about 5 laps of racing to go, as we're going to now pass the Haas machine of Cole Custer in that number 41. So this will put us up into P17, trying to run down 16th place Josh Berry, who's just not too much further in front of us, but we start lap 7, so we know a caution is coming towards the tail end of this lap. Austin Cindric right now dominating this field in that number 2 discount tire Ford Mustang. Nobody has anything for him in that number 2 as we continue to reel in Barry, but quickly realizing I'm not going to quite have enough time to be able to run him down before a caution comes out. We get close. As you can see, we're within a second at this point. Noah Gragson, Brad Keselowski all in front of him there in 15th and 14th as well. However, you see the lights on the top of the pace car. Yellow flag is out as we continue. Oh, okay, that pace car is going right through the barrier, but our quest to make Connor Zilich a Cup Series winner in his debut continues here, and we get an opportunity to rank everybody back up, stack them up, and we'll get ready to go green here on the left lane from P17. Austin Cindric leads the way. I don't know if I quite have the pace to make Zilich win this race now, as we are back underway all over the back of that number 4 of Noah Gragson for Front Row Motorsports. Now we pull out a line down this front straightaway, go up the elevation into the very heavy braking zone. Going to get wild this weekend for sure right here on the restarts now, as we're to the back of the number 7. Not Corey LaJoie this year, of course. That's now Justin Haley as we're wheel to wheel with Gragson still. Now, I talked about the layout difference between the iRacing version and the real life version, where the turn-in point off the exit of the S's is slightly different. In real life, it goes just a little bit further right and then hits a really heavy hairpin, which would be right here. You stay a little bit further right and then you're going to head into a hairpin. On restarts, that is going to be wild. It's going to be a dive bomb position, so that's going to be really interesting to kind of watch happen. And of course, the driver's going to try and carry that momentum right down through here to do the same thing, the dive bomb. So there is certainly a few dive bombing spots on this circuit that's going to make, if there's a caution probably within the last 20 laps of this race, it's going to make the restarts insane. And there's definitely going to be drivers getting dumped as I try to wreck myself right there. We save it, but not a good restart, struggling on cold tires, and we've given up a few spots back now as we continue to fight forward now. Cole Custer as well, just behind myself, and Michael McDowell as I'm to the back of Brad Keselowski. Paint scheme not loaded on that number 6, but he threw a bit of a belong, so I said, okay, I'll use you up a little bit. A shot to the back bumper now, and we'll be able to clear him and move ourselves back into 14th now. The quest for the win, it's not going to happen. We only have 4 laps to go in this race. Now, the quest for the top 10 is really what this is turning into as we continue to just fight this car now. It's really a fight around this circuit now. The S's can throw you off, especially if you clip the curbs the wrong way, hit one of them little turtle or sausage curbs. It can really ruin your, of course, sector that you're in, as we're all over the back of Josh Berry looking for a dive bomb move up the inside of the brand new driver in the 21 Wood Brothers machine. Wheel to wheel on the exit. Who's going to come out on top of this battle? Hard on the throttle. First gear, we take the position from Barry. Now another spot gained and into the top 15 at least. Can we go get Noah Gragson? The answer is absolutely, as we start just the final couple of laps here from COTA. 3 to go. Looking to the left rear quarter panel into turn 1. Gragson brakes later, but now we go a little bit too late ourselves into the back of the 7 of Haley. He fortunately keeps it straight. And now a switchback there from the 4 of Gregson, fights back to my left side. We continue wheel to wheel through the start of the S's. Gregson's not gonna lift. I tried to force his hand. He said, I'm gonna force your hand. You gotta leave the room. Still clearing Gregson, a bit of an aggressive send. We save it on a slide right there. And now we can focus in on 13th place, Justin Haley. And here we are to the left rear of that number 7 of Haley on the run in towards the heavy braking 90-degree left-hander. And as we exit the corner, leaving that space there for the number 7 Haley, not going to make this easy as I try to get clear, but he keeps his nose right there at my right rear, so we have to give him the space. And now he might get clear as we're right on his left rear quarter panel. No, we continue side by side into the braking zone. A very unique set of corners right there, the 2 double left-handers, and this will get us still wheel to wheel. Can't quite clear the 7, clear close, not enough. Tried to get clear again, wasn't quite there. The 7 clears us. Switch back now to the right side of Haley as we go wheel to wheel again. What a battle here between myself and Haley. This is what NASCAR road racing is all about. So close right there on bumper to bumper contact now, and Haley takes the position officially back as we're all over his back bumper entering the final turn, coming to 2 to go. This is still far from over now. As we exit the final turn, we get a better exit right to the back of the number 7, not quite into the back of him. Wheel to wheel one more time on the run towards turn 1, going up the elevation into one more heavy braking zone. Will this be what we need to get clear of the number 7? Into turn 1 we go. Still close quarters contact just about now as we save a bit of a slide, and it's still wheel to wheel. We've been side by side for nearly a full lap, but finally as we exit that first right bend, we'll clear them and take the 13th position. What a battle. Justin Haley was refusing to give that one up. Now we try to set our sights on Ty Dillon, but it's only for P12, and I think Connor Zilich is going to do a lot better than I am in his Red Bull machine this weekend as we start the final lap. And Austin Cindric has been in control of this race from start to finish. Of course, watching this weekend, you got to pay attention to Shane Van Gisbergen outside of Connor Zilich. I expect SVG to be very strong. Ross Chastain's pretty good at Circuit of the Americas. Daniel Suarez is great on the road courses. I just listed all of Trackhouse's options here this weekend as drivers that you're going to definitely have to watch out for, I would imagine. So, of course, Connor Zilich, to me, I think it can be the potential to win on his debut as we're right into the back there of the number 10 of Ty Dillon. And now looking to that left rear quarter panel side by side one more time with maybe a chance to go run down Allgaier as we should be able to clear this number 10, but it's not going to be a top 10. Could we get to P11? Probably not, but you never know. It's going to need to be a mistake made from Allgaier, but through the final few corners, one turn to go for Austin Cindric. Of course, a great road racer in himself as well. He exits the final turn. Austin Cindric wins here from Circuit of the Americas over William Byron in the number 24 Exalta Chevrolet, as I myself get a little bit too throttle happy there. I was just kind of messing around and actually pay the price for it. And we're going to lose the spot back to Ty Dillon as we come through the penultimate corner, now sending it through. And now one more chance to maybe get that spot back that I carelessly threw away right to the back of him. A shot to the bumper, not going to be enough as we exit the final turn. It's going to be P12 for Connor Zilich in Circuit of the Americas. Now, wish we could have done better. Just didn't quite have enough there as we made some mistakes and as well had some great battles on this brand new layout along the way. That's going to wrap it up for me. If you guys enjoyed, you know what to do. I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.